And we're live. There we go. Welcome in, Mystic Manifesting family. Nick with Mystic Manifesting here, making up for yesterday, Monday's live. Why was I not around? Good question. Maybe because I was feeling tired and burnt out too. And I know many of you are. I haven't missed a Monday in a while. I've been on schedule, but I will say this. We have some stuff to discuss. I don't have much time today. That's why I like to do my Monday lives, but we will, go over some things and keep you guys on track as well. So I do appreciate everyone who's reached out, asking me if I was good and stuff like that. I'm good. I was just feeling a little mentally drained. I do the lives as a way to help people who can't afford the coaching and stuff like that, and just be there for people because I know starting a week can be tough. I thought about doing it, and I've done it a few times on Fridays because the weekends are tough too, especially when it's an SP thing and all that stuff. But you know, you guys have always heard me say I'm big on. I don't want to make a video again about something I've made a video about. So many of these channels, the only thing you need to do, the only thing you need to do. She'll come back. He'll come back. They came back on their knees. They got what they wanted. SP, SP, SP. So I'm not gonna lie, I got a little burned out. The same questions on the same topic every week, and it was the same people asking the same ones. And so I'm not gonna call no one out, but it's like, and then I was going through it too with, I had some client stuff where it was like the same thing, and I kind of made me question being a coach for a while. It's like, what am I not saying to get the message through? How can I rephrase it? I only have the stories I've experienced and what I've done. I only have the methods that I've used on other things to try and use here. So for a while, I was like just doubting myself with being able to coach for a little bit because, you get the same message. And the number one thing is, yes, I'm here to remind you of your power, but I'm not, and you could use me as the permission slip that, yeah, Nick has done it and I want to do it, so I will do it. And then you could achieve your goal that way. But at the end of the day, the power is within you. You can use any external thing, you could use any technique, you could use any external device to believe that this is the permission slip that makes me believe in my manifestation. But after a while, you know, if Nick tells me it's good, it's good. Like I always say, I have so many sessions where it's like the client will the next day hear from their SP, and it's not a guarantee, but it happens a lot. They will hear from their SP the next day, or they will hear something about their SP saying something about them, or they will get the exact thing exactly said to them the next day, and then communication goes dry, and then it's like they haven't learned to sit with themselves. Or even in the live streams too, it's like, well, we get people with success, and then they come back a couple weeks and, oh, I lost it. Now, I'm not talking shit because you know my story. You saw that I've fallen and got back up. And sometimes things that are negative are not really negative. And this is another core message I try to get out to you guys. Things that upset you and cause an emotional response, they're not things that are like going to be crushing you or working against you. They could be working for you as long as you keep in your mind, how is this working out in my favor? Not why is this happening to me? How does this benefit me? When you work with that mindset, things do work out in your favor. And it goes back to, why is this always working out in my favor? Or how is this always working out in my favor? So we want to keep our mindset there, because at the end of the day, all I'm doing is showing you the mindset and letting you have a permission slip by saying Nick did what I want to do. And I'm taking inspiration from other people who've done things that I want to do. And while things don't always unfold the way I want, I still always get whatever I want. So do you, when you reflect on this, like me and Randy talked about in that other live stream, and me and a lot of the other guests, we've always gotten whatever we wanted in life. Sometimes it came later, but it's like there's an impatience factor and looking for why you don't have it, We want to look for why things are working out in our favor. Because, like I said, so many times I'm seeing people with success, and it's like, well, it's not exactly what I want. Okay, well, you're getting more than I ever did, and I had to come up with a lot more than that. And it's like, like I said, it's the same questions from the same people all the time, and I don't mind answering it but it's like sometimes you get a little burned out. It's like there's no excitement. There's no what else are you manifesting? Because that's the one thing in life. Okay, I've got the SP. I got everything I wanted in that realm. Now that's the next thing, a new place to live. Remember, this was like a thing I wanted to move out. Okay, you got to move out to a place and you got to live there for free. And then it was like getting closer. It's like buy it cheaper. And like everything I wanted in terms of a living situation, I had gotten that. And I got it for a cheap price and I got all that stuff. And now it's like, okay, I want to go somewhere else. Well, the whole market's against you, this and that. But it's like, okay, that's not going to stop me. I'm just being moved along to the right path. I trust that. Same thing with was it when I was going to be monetized on YouTube? I wanted to be monetized on YouTube, and it happened within the 1 year. I said it would happen within 1 year, and it did. And what happened? YouTube changed their whole rules, which made me qualify for it. But then I said I still want to hit the 1,000. The 1,000 came a couple days after the 1 year anniversary, I believe. But it's still not any more disappointing, which, by the way, we have the 2 year anniversary of the channel coming up August 7th. So I'm thinking to do something fun for that. But like I said, I want to have fun with this stuff too. I don't want it to be a pressure thing where it's like, okay, time to check in with Nick. And I could tell him nothing has happened this week and something's messed up. Because what did you just do? You just said something's messed up, which means something has to be messed up. It means you were looking for it and you found it. So if you're just experiencing it, you already found what you were looking for. It's right there. It's right in front of your face. Nothing. You're looking for it. So at times it gets stressful. That's why you could hear like, I've been listening to Neville a lot this week, get inspiration from another coach or teacher. He's more of the teacher and the master and the mentor of this whole thing, and listening to his speeches. And it's like sometimes you could see he gets a little fed up with the same thing, and you could tell like he's heard a lot of the questions when he gets to the end of it. He's like, okay, here's where I'm like they're jammed up on the same thing that he obviously talked to them about the week before. And it's about buying the pearl at a great price, which I wanted to talk about too, and being okay with the quote unquote suffering and turning suffering into the fun. And I wanted to talk about too, your emotional reactions, they could be something that leads you to where you need to be. I did not want to go live today. I didn't want to go live yesterday. I didn't have the energy because as a teacher, coach, whatever you want to call me, as the guy who's doing this channel, if I were to show up on something like this, where I'm selling a service of myself, where I'm presenting something that people are going to take advice on, or any of the stuff where people put weight into what I'm saying, for me to make a video not at 100%, for me not to be 100% when I come on a live, for me to accept money and do a session while my brain is not 100% into it is 100% irresponsible of me, because on something like this, I am the product. My knowledge is the product. My experiences are the product. If I can't give you 100% of me, then I shouldn't be on it. And I know a lot of people, they'll fake it until they make it and stuff. There's people with no receipts, which kind of leads me to why I'm live today. I'm not going to, I had like a little bit of an emotional reaction to something, but I will tell you a couple of things where people emotionally reacted to things. Now, obviously don't go off the rails or nothing, but you can get hyped up and feel an emotion. Just be calm, level-headed, and say, how is this working out in my favor? Someone had informed me that there is a video surfaced on YouTube, or came across her page, with my story from Reddit about manifesting Lily back, probably like 2 times at that point. I don't even remember. I didn't listen to the whole video, but I recognized the phrasing, and I was watching it and listening to it, and I went back to my old Reddit post, and I said, God damn, that's motherfucking my story. Now, I had a choice. It's like I could reach out to that creator and say, hey, give me credit for that. It's a bigger creator. I'm not going to lie. They took my story and posted it. So I'm not going to, I was like, oh, I could go react like that. And then I'm like, I'm blowing up. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do this. I'm going to say this. No, that's like, one, it's against my brand. It's against me. And it's, how does it benefit me if I'm angry? It's not the emotional state I want to be in. It's just the only person who gets hurt is myself. And anyone who's, oh, wow, I could just react like Nick when I'm saying, yeah, you can't fuck this up. But be conscious of where you are. It's like, okay, well, I took the energy, and I'm not going to say I took it alone. I had help. I reached out to multiple people, and Gary's in here. He was one of the people I reached out to. He goes, well, you don't want to be the guy out here causing beef and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I really don't. He goes, and it's not you. I'm like, no, it's not. And he was like, well, why don't you just use your energy, right? And I was like, yeah, it's true. It's like, why don't I take this? Because I'm hyped up. I'm ready to make a live addressing that. Well, I had no energy. The big reason too I'm not doing anything is not just like repeating everything, but I'm training for this bodybuilding competition. So I'm 19 days away, which if you guys are in California or Culver City by Venice Beach and Los Angeles, more than welcome to join me. I'll make a community post on it too. And I do want to shout out somebody towards the end who is a creative person from the channel who just dropped his first album. Very motivational guy. But anyway, I'll be doing the bodybuilding competition. So I'm tired as hell. And then it's like there's no excitement because I'm going to go on and do the same thing again and again. So, I was feeling just drained out. This news fired me up, but I took that where I could have been angry and freaking out and like on here just making an ass of myself fighting with somebody where it's like, okay, you really want the credit? Does it really matter? No, not really. But if you do want the credit, and it's like, I'm not going to lie, I did admire that creator too. And I thought these were like his or her, I don't know who it is, personal stories. And turns out they're not. But then there's a disclaimer and description, which I didn't see until Gary said I wouldn't do it. And then I saw it. I'm like, wait a minute. So all of that from the person sending it to me to Gary talking me out of it to all that wound up with me being alive. So if you were manifesting me being alive, which I know Courtney was, a whole series of events did unfold where I became live, where I went live. I was thinking too, I'm like, man, I wish I had energy. I'm like, wouldn't it be wonderful if I had the energy to do a live? And then that happened. But I just thought negative things are happening to me. So if you don't know how to control the way you're thinking, you're going to freak the fuck out because something happened and it's bad and I'm already neutral. So neutral could tip to bad or it could tip to good. So, pulling myself back to neutral and Gary's advice too, tip me back in the positive. So now I'll come on here, make a little positive live stream while I can. And like I said, I'm a little limited on time. We're going to try and keep it at under an hour. But I want to come on here and say all these things I was thinking. So you only have a problem if you think you have a problem. That's the number one thing. So every week when we're checking in, if there's no movement, ask me how you can see movement in a situation maybe, or tell me about how you wonder how this is working out in your favor. But start looking for solutions instead of more problems, because looking for more problems makes you want to complain more. And trust me, I'm a big motherfucking complainer. I like to complain about shit because it feels good. It feels like you're getting it off your chest, but really you're not solving anything. You're just causing more stress to yourself for no fucking reason, man. So stop stressing yourself out over nothing. I really appreciate you, Nick. I really love you. Keep uplifting others, including myself. You keep it real. You're honest and open about your journey. Always seem to say the right thing at the right time. Well, I'm glad it helped, John. And what's up, everybody else? Eric, Gary, John, and Courtney are all here. Hayden's here too. What's up, brother? How you doing? And yeah, and then the bridge of awesomeness. Yeah, exactly, Courtney. So it is all a bridge. Life is a bridge, but you could look at that bridge two different ways. It's just a bridge at the end of the day, and it's leading you somewhere. Bridge is taking you from one side of the river to the other side. How you see that bridge, this is rickety, and I'm probably gonna fall off it, and there's gonna be splinters in my feet, and blah blah blah. Yeah, you're gonna have a horrible motherfucking time, and you're gonna suffer. But you choose that. You chose to make yourself suffer by identifying that bridge as something negative. So don't do that. Look at it as something positive. Well, thank God I don't have to swim. Thank God I don't got to walk across this and carry everything. It's a nice, smooth way across. And you know what? There's a lot worse bridges out there. I'm glad we got a good one. And so many times it is something negative, but you are the only one who could turn it into something positive. Gary could have said that good point, and I could have been like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, Gary. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And that's my free will. I could have done whatever I wanted. But it's like, no, you know what? What point do you have to go to beef with somebody else, especially a bigger channel where people go, yeah, I'm sure that's your story. I'm sure that's your story. Even though I did screenshot and sent it to Gary and a bunch of other people too. I went back to my Reddit post and I was like, I have the motherfucking receipts. That is 100% copy and pasted and AI voiced my story. So it pissed me off. But instead of turning that into something, the same thing with SP. You get any news on SP or you get turned down from a job. I know that relates to somebody too. I lost out on a couple of jobs that I really wanted and they fit my descriptions of things I was manifesting. But then I wound up here with one I didn't even think about, which turned out even better. I mean, I make good money to basically chilling. And it's a big reason why I don't harp on like trying to sell the coaching and stuff. I feel like I got away from myself a little bit because I wanted to do that seminar when you guys were saying, oh yeah, I'm interested in the seminar. I am not gonna lie. I had a thought that was going to fail. I'm like, who's going to want to sign up for a seminar with me? Can I really run it? Yeah, I got the notes. Actually, it's in the front room, but I got the notes on how I'm going to run this. It's going to be good. It's going to be motivational. The reason it didn't work out is I was starting to get tired around that time too, around the time of the seminar, and I didn't realize I booked 2 parties that I was going to the night before, and I was not home till 3 a.m. that night. So it would have been a disaster. So the fact that it didn't happen was a good thing. It was a blessing because that had to fail for me to make my other commitments that I was more excited about and I believed in more, even though you don't really have to believe in them. They were parties, but that sounded more fun into my highest passion. When you're following your highest passion, it's always going to lead you to where you want to be. And, like right now, I want this channel to be successful. I want to be able to help as many people as I can through here. And I want to get more success stories from clients. So, I mean, my mini manifestations have my clients' stories on there because which is kind of maybe a little bit of a negative, but I'm very connected to their stories too. So I put them on my mini manifestation list and I kind of like, okay, I know their story, I know the details. Boom, I'm going to put something down for them and I'm going to walk away from it. I mean, I have my manifestations mixed with other people's right here on the desk. But I'm not going to turn it for confidentiality. But what's it called? My highest passion was this bodybuilding show. It's a chance for me to get back to who I was when I was younger. It was somewhere I felt like I failed in life. And I was like, I wonder, what if it was something that always popped in my head. Okay, let's do that. And it's like, and you know what? Lily wants to go with it. She's going to come with me and she's going to live stream the entire thing. So you guys will be there too. It's like, man, I would love it if the Mystics could all be there. If you are in California and Los Angeles on July 19th, 20th, whatever, I won't be eating anything for the first 2 days I'm there, but on the 20th, that's when the bodybuilding show is. If you're out there, come meet up, come to the show. I'll post up a link too on that. I'm going to put up a bunch of community posts today. If you guys see them and you want to go to the show, the tickets will be there. They're free tickets, free admission, but it was something I wanted to do. And, and then you guys get to be there because I'm able to bring Lily and she was able to get the time off too. So be streaming that. But that was a passion I had. I don't know what it leads to. One of my dreams is to own a gym. The guy who's promoting the show wants to expand his gym. And he goes, I want to talk to you about opening a gym in Chicago. I don't know what that deal is. I don't know if it's going to pan out. But the fact that was a feedback to a desire I've had since I was 16 was pretty cool. The judge of the show was the reason I even found out about it. The judge of the show is a bodybuilder called Tom Platz, which I look up to, but I didn't look up to him since like from the early age. I just found out about him like 3-4 months ago, and I've been watching his stuff, consuming his content, and he's very big into like, you could tell like your life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you and all these things. And if Gary's up for it, and put together like a little lifting montage or something with his voice and some of the things I say, because he talks like a lot of esoteric manifesting type stuff, and it's pretty cool. So, I mean, he's the judge, and I was focused on his videos and listening to him and this and that. All of a sudden, I find out, I follow him on Instagram. The next day he posts this thing, I'll be judging this show over here. And I'm like, you know what? It's something to do. It's my highest passion. And I kept thinking, I'm like, it would be cool to meet him and have a discussion with him. Well, this is now an opportunity. We'll be face to face, whether it happens or not. I'm not attached to it, but it's a chance for it to unfold. Once again, proving that everything you ever wanted will unfold and happen in one way or another. So that all came from me following a passion. My next thing is I do want to make a little short film based around the mystic manifesting storyline, but more of a little action film. That might take me a year or two, but I'm not attached to the time frame. It's a passion I have, and it's something cool, and it creates entertaining stuff for this and open and it makes it more entertaining, I guess. So you could stay into the content. It's not just like, here's how you do manifesting. 1, 2, 3, manifest. No, it'll be a cool thing. Like I love Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Not anymore. Disney ruined it, but I'm a big Star Wars nerd and the classic shit. And it's like the Force, at least what it was before, whatever. I haven't watched any of this shit, but I heard it's bad. At least what it was before. That's essentially manifesting. And it's like, that creates a little cinematic feeling and like coolness to something that does exist in our reality, which is manifesting. So that's why I want to do, my next highest passion would be doing a film on this particular thing. So Anyway, following your passion is going to lead you there. And sometimes negative emotion, like getting upset over something that really turned out to be bullshit, when you de-escalate and deconstruct stuff that's stressing you out, it's really not such a big deal. So thank you once again to Gary. And I'm not going to lie, Ink was there too. I sent her some messages. Courtney, we talked. And my client too. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but everyone who you guys pretty much know. And Randy was talking to my brother. Everybody kind of de-escalated me. And it's like, okay, that helped me turn my negative emotions into a positive and do something that I've wanted to do. I haven't had energy, but I still am. I took that negative anger, like wanting to fight, but turned it into like a positive message now. And we got the sun coming in, so it's mystical, a nice mystical experience for this. But anyway, take and I do know a story, I'm keeping it anonymous though, of someone who was working on an SP thing, but she had another desire. She got so upset and she couldn't handle like some stuff going on with the SP. Her other stuff involved her ex that she needed to work out some business with. And like I'm not giving away too many details. She wanted to work out something with the ex, and she was manifesting an SP. The SP stuff upset her so much. One of her fears triggered. That's why I say you can't fuck this up. She went for a drive in the middle of the night, out in the middle of nowhere, stopped at a gas station when she was running out of gas. At that gas station, she runs into her ex, and he sees how sad she's looking and stuff like that. And he goes, "Hey, are you all right?" And then he started mirroring all the stuff that she wanted for the SP, and they worked out whatever they had to work out. So it solved another manifestation because she seemingly fucked up by doing the wrong bridge or whatever, or following the wrong bridge and emotionally reacting to something. That emotional reaction helped her solve another manifestation. So always look at how it's working out in your favor. Like if I could tell the story better with more details, but I'm not going to do that. The point is, she changed the way she was looking. Well, she didn't really change anything. She just, overall, she was doing what she needed to do to change her outlook on life. Something bad happened. She had an emotional reaction. And when she was just de-escalating and calming down from it, that's when the manifestation hit. When is the last time you ever ran into someone? I mean, it happens, but it's rare. But you run into someone they haven't seen in a long time, especially one that was semi on your mind and focus. So once again, that's something else that happened. Let's see. Because I stayed to watch you on the live, my ex called and asked if I wanted to go home, and he is bringing me dinner. Good bridge. There you go. Hey, Joe, what's up, brother? This week I had a closer hit to my overall long-term manifestation. In one day of robotic affirming, I literally got exactly what I asked for in every single way and form, except for the exact SP. But the same night, the same height, same weight, literally same exact long-term scene I pictured over and over again. And the words I affirmed for within me, 24 hours of doing robotic affirming. Maybe all of this happens. So that's the end of that one. But Courtney, let me say this too. Like I said, you changed the way you looked at life, and then life started turning around. Good things started happening to you all the time, right? So you went from only looking at the worst in things to looking at the best. Now everyone treats you the best. You started knowing that whatever you robotically affirm for, whatever technique you're going to use, you know that it plays out. But you're very attached to the story of, I always get it, except it's not the SP I want. You need to drop that. You need to drop that. Everyone, especially that SP, gives me exactly what I want. You're a very powerful manifester. We all are. We're all master manifestors. But you need to focus on, I'm thankful that this happened. This is awesome. This is a sign that it's coming, and get more excited that the specific person that you want is going to reflect that. And see, I like John's attitude. Congrats, Courtney. That's so cool. I'm happy to see your success in life and really fast. Exactly, John. See, like, that's the way to look at it, Courtney. That is a success story. That should feel as good as having the actual manifestation. And it should just feel natural. And then I guess what? That makes when I had manifested in other people and they were doing and saying everything that I wanted from Lily, I was excited but neutral. I was excited for Lily to say that, but neutral to when I had it. So, but I was thankful that it happened. I was like, cool, this is thankful. And then when Lily came in, it was more cool, calm, and collected because it's a blessing in disguise. You've already seen this in your mind. You've seen it in 3D now, and it's played out, and you've had like your practice run, and then the real thing happens. See, Zach, what's up, my brother? Maybe all of this happened so that Nick can see how many people love and care and support you. Within a moment's notice, we'll be there to lift you up and help you out. We all love you very much. Well, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, that's why I say we're all in this together, but I try not to show up until I get my mind under control. Like I said, I will not take money from a client if I'm not 100% that day. I will not make videos if my brain is not 100% in it, which is why I haven't made videos for like a month now. And I don't like repeating the same topics. So I will make videos on topics that I feel very inspired and drawn to, and when my mind is 100%. Mondays I could stick out the live because it's just waking up, I'm having coffee, and I'm usually in a positive state of mind. Mondays are my Sunday, so I'm chilling, and it's like, oh, like I just realized I got a coffee too. I didn't even remember making one, but I was just able to chill, listen, and hang out with you guys, and it just feels more natural, like a relaxed Monday. You can tell my story. It's fine. Okay, so well, now there's no more anonymity. It's Courtney's story. She was trying to get a divorce finalized with a previous SP, and she wanted to do that, but it was like on the back burner. She didn't really care. Detachment. So detachment because she was so focused on the SP that she wanted now. But through that SP doing something that she didn't want, she was emotionally charged and reacted and went out for a drive and was very upset. And through that drive, going to go get gas, how the like there's the odds of that happening, running into your ex out of all people in the middle of the night at a gas station and reconnecting, and then he's showing up exactly the way you wanted for the other SP, which is even further from believing than the previous SP. Just all those things that played out are amazing. Just the odds of that. But it took that emotional reaction. It took me getting really upset, feeling like I got robbed, that someone stole my story, to get on here and be like, it's not really a big deal. And to, maybe voice something that was stressing me out a little, was like, I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind being here for people, but sometimes I do get a little burned out answering the same, because sometimes I feel like I'm not doing a good job as a coach if it's the same people have the same questions. That's why I always try to answer them a little differently, a little bit like if I really am a coach and a student, as a coach, like I know from the athletic world and from a teacher, because I went to school, I would, the best way to teach someone is, okay, they're not getting what I'm saying. How do I change it? I pull up the old Neville videos. A lot of people don't really understand what he's saying, but I can understand it and I could break it down. I could break down my personal experiences. Okay, how do I relate it? Okay, I could give you a sports metaphor. I could give you a workout metaphor. I could give you acting, all the stuff that I've done in my life that quote unquote failed. No, they just one sword, and when you're in life, one sword sharpens the other. Those other things I've worked on in my life made me better at this. This has given me the confidence to go back into making videos, to go back into all the other stuff I want to do, to do a bodybuilding show again, and then to know that, hey, we're all in this together and we're going to, be all at that show together with the live stream, and Lily will be hosting it, and one of the clients is supposed to compete as well, and I'm not gonna lie, that guy's tip top, so he's gonna do well. But very grateful, very thankful. Well, you're welcome. What's to say? I missed a bunch of stuff. That's still awesome. Heavy focus paid off tremendously. Yes, it did. I got everything I want, especially my specific and exact SP gives me lots of attention all the time. Whole thing this week really unfolded insanely natural, and it went like that, like a train on the tracks. Had no hand in it. Everything fell into place. See, exactly, Courtney. Everything will, whether it's the specific person or in general, it always goes right to where you need it to go. But you just have to relax and trust. So, my eyes look weird. Look like I'm blind or something. It's weird. And different colors too. I've already told everyone how great you have done in California. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't believe it's August already, right? Yeah, I want to do something nice for the channel too. No. August 7th is the 2-year anniversary of the channel. I don't know, maybe I'll make a community post too about everybody coming back to who's had success stories into a big live stream party or something like that, or go live for an entire day, discount coaching, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what special thing I could do for everybody. I'm looking at my mini manifestations. Maybe some things have happened. I'm looking at it, but I'm not reading it. I read like 3 of them that didn't happen yet, and I stopped reading, but my eyes went across them. Nothing yet. Yeah, usually I look at that after like 6 to 8 weeks or whatever, or just randomly months later, and it's just crazy to see all the stuff that's unfolded. Some of it has though. Oh, wait a minute, that blue squishy stress ball. I did find that the other day. That one's a good one for the Discord. Also, I know Courtney, you've been having problems with the Discord. Me and Gary talked earlier, but we're gonna do a phone call. Is anyone else trying to get into the Discord and they can't? I know we only got 3 viewers right now, but if anyone else is having problems with it, let me know, because I don't know if that's just Courtney or if everyone's having that problem. But I did see somebody else just joined, unless someone changed their username. But I did see a bunch of other people join as well. Oh, while I'm here too, let me promote. Let me promote right now. I promised, and I'm going to make a community post for Rocky. Rocky is a client who became my friend after working together. He said voting is now open. So Rocky is one of my clients, one of the most motivational people I've ever met. He's found ways to overcome very bad circumstances in his life. He has a documentary about himself as well. I'm going to ask him for the. I'm going to tell him I'm going live now. Once he sends me that, I'll promote it. But he has a little documentary out about him. It's not a long one, so it's not. You don't need like an hour. From what I remember, I watched it back when we first worked together. But this guy has always found the positive in life, and this is something that's awesome. He talked about it. He's going to be in Rolling Stone if he wins this thing for voting. Voting is open for him to be in Rolling Stone. So let's get a Mystic Brother over there into to Rolling Stone. It's a rap album that he made, and it's called Blue Collar Scholar by Rocky Mata. And I don't want to play it on here because I don't know if they're going to strike me on it, but it's actually really good. I know everybody's like, usually the people that we know in real life that make music are like the people who are out in the street giving you like a disc or whatever, saying, hey, it's my mixtape. He's actually good. I like it. And I'm not just saying that because he's a friend and a client. I like it. And I want to see him on. Well, I don't want to see him on. I've already seen him on Rolling Stone being featured for his album. And I will make a little post about where you guys could go vote for him, where you could watch his documentary, and where you could see that. I promised them I would post that. It's like I said, everyone who's been here for me, I always try to be there for them. Like when Ink started her channel, I made her community post and shouted her out. We'll do a live again sometime. Probably after the show is over. I still got like 3 more weeks of dieting hard and stuff like that. And then I was going to promote the bodybuilding show, so I'll put the thing where you could scan to get your free ticket, and it's in Culver City, which is in Los Angeles and California. So if you're out there on July 20th, come see me compete in my first bodybuilding show and make peace with the inner child that didn't get what he wanted years ago because he didn't train as hard. Gary, I just saw Discord in all caps. Of course, that's Gary. Please share the documentary. I'm interested. Yes, I will share all that. I asked them to send it to me. So be on the lookout some point tonight or tomorrow. I will share that. Yeah. And I believe he's on SoundCloud, but I'll share the link to his music as well. Can't believe you got that huge trophy and that gym deal. Yeah, I know. Me neither. It's crazy. Now I finally got my own gym. Discord me. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with the Discord, why we can't get you in there right now, Courtney. But I don't know if it's you or everyone, because I saw like I think 5 more people or something like that joined the Discord, but then I thought I saw a new member, so I'm like, maybe I just don't know if people are joining, seeing it cost money and not buying, which I don't give a shit if you don't buy it, but I just want to, if you want to be in it, the option is there and you can. So I don't want people to feel like, well, why am I going here and I can't get it? So I'll talk with Gary about that. We're supposed to hang out on Monday virtually until one of us could get to Chicago or to London. Or maybe I wind up in one of the exotic places he's traveling. Would have liked to have done Greece, but I don't have the vacation time really for that. But anyway, I mean, that's the stuff I wanted to address. I promised Rocky I'd shoot him out. I promised I would shout him out. I just wanted to say like where my mentality was while I wasn't around. I wanted to thank Courtney for sending me something that triggered me, and Gary and Inked and Courtney and my brother and Randy and everybody for calming me down, showing that, hey, any negative circumstance can be turned around and into something positive, which we got the short little live right here. And it's just like a very nice, relaxed vibe. Kind of forced me into. It's almost like when you get back on a diet or go back to the gym. The first time is the hardest, but then once you start eating healthy for a day, then it's 2 days, 3 days, and now you're kind of used to it. Like even right now, it's like I'm not even hungry right now. Plus, I'm using this. I don't really need anything, but yeah, you just kind of break into a little rhythm. And I've got a couple like motivational video ideas I'd have to get together with Gary, but I still have to shoot a bunch of cinematic stuff for those. I got a bunch of stuff on my plate, but the whole point of this is I know a lot of us are wrapped up on the SP thing. It's not the end all be all, because in life we have desires for a reason. I have my SP. What's my next desire? A better place to live, more money, leaving my day job, making a film. Making a film that relates to manifestation and motivation instead of subliminal shitty messages. Doing this bodybuilding show, possibly doing another, staying in the best shape I've ever been in. But then what happens once I compete in a bodybuilding show? Let's say I don't win, right? My next goal would be to win. Just like when I made a short film with Randy, I made that short film. We said we were going to make a short film. We did. It didn't turn out the way we wanted. But then our next goal, but we never went back at it, was to make a film, which would be feature length. And then it was, if it came out not the way we wanted, it would be to make a good feature film. And then from there, the best feature film. So each thing in life, it's like it gets better and better and better. SP, the cap of it is, okay, you're in the relationship. Okay, I'm in the relationship. She's pretty much staying with me all the time, or I'll go over there here and there. But we see each other multiple times a week. Something that when I was in a lot of your shoes, it was like, oh, it was like the greatest thing ever, and I need to see it. I need to get there. But it wasn't the end all be all. There's more goals in life. Life is big. Life is amazing, and you get one. Being upset over stuff is not worth it. Even me getting upset over some fucking stupid bullshit right now, that's not worth it. That's not a reason to feel like, oh, I gotta go to war over this. It's like, no, I mean, naturally, I don't know, maybe that's just my genetics or whatever, but whatever it is, you're not a subject. Here's Tom Platt's line. I will not be a slave to my genetics. My genetics are a slave to me. You will not be a slave to your mind. Your mind is a slave to you. Because if you don't control your mind will control you. And guess what? It likes to take you to very dark places. So don't let your mind control you. You control your mind. Make your mind your bitch. I've been working on my other big manifestation today. It's not over yet. Not SP. There you go, Gary. I think I know about your other manifestation, but I'm not going to say it. We don't speak about it till it's done. It's funny. Even the other day I was reading with Lilia. We were reading the Bible. And there was a thing about not telling people. It was like advice about discipline and stuff. Don't talk about things before they're done. Essentially, like Neville talks about, you keep your manifestations to yourself. It's meant to be. It will work out. Bro, I'll show you a pic of my father, and you won't believe how I look nothing like him. My absent body. Well, at least now I feel like, not to be mean, but I mean, I'm not. I also do not look anything like my father with my absent body. Don't mean to trigger, but that worked out. Yeah, no, it doesn't trigger me. It did work out. And I think that right now we're coming up on 40 minutes. I said we'd be under an hour. I think it's a good way. So thank you to everybody. I love you guys very much. Sorry I was not here yesterday. Monday we'll be back to normal. The following Monday, I volunteered to work for somebody, so I won't be on the following Monday, but that's okay. I won't be on the following Monday, but well, this Monday, then you'll be, but that same week I will be live at the bodybuilding show with Lily. You'll mainly have her as a host. Don't overwhelm her with commentation, but you can feel free to ask her anything. So I think she's here right now. I hear the door open. Or someone's here. But I love you guys very much. Thank you so much for all your support. If you have questions, let me know. If you want coaching, you know it's down there. I'll put up those posts when Rocky sends me the link to his thing. If you have Discord problems, send me an email or write on a community post or anything. I will see it. If you have video topics, write them, whatever. You guys know how to get a hold of me. I am around. Thank you to everyone who reached out. If I disappear for a while, it's like I said, if I can't bring the best version of myself, then I'm not going to show up. I got to lead by example, right? So I love you guys very much. I'll see you next Monday.